Greetings everyone and welcome to Collector Corps. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends series Build-A-Figure Caliban Wave X-Men Marvel's Blink. And of course this is basically the final major character that I needed to complete my current AOA display. And yeah, with that out of the way, let's just get into it. And getting Blink out of the packaging, it's Blink. I don't really know what to say. I'm not overly familiar with Blink as a character outside of Age of Apocalypse. But yeah, she looks pretty good, and I will admit, my main image of Blink in my head when I just think of the character is from Days of Future Past in the future scene, the start of the film. So I'm not overly connected to this specific design, but I know we're never going to get that design in Marvel Legends, so I'm perfectly happy with this. It's essentially just a purple-skinned human, just a regular female body in purple with the green outfit, and honestly, that's pretty accurate. The boots are real well done. I like the little cuff to them. I'm sure these have been used on other characters before, but they work. I really do like them. The detailing on the feet is actually quite nice. You get a little bit of creasing, which isn't that common, especially with the duck feet, or, well, I call them duck feet. They're not really. But yeah, overall, like, you have the sleeves with no actual gloves, which I think is always a weird design with comic book characters. You have the skirt, the loincloth sort of thing, with the belt with all studs. All studs are painted, which is always a nice little thing. Sometimes, you know, they'll have them at the front and then it just goes away at the back. They actually did it the whole way, so I'm very happy with that. It is a loose piece, so it does move about a bit, but, you know, it is what it is. You have the collar, which also has the studs all painted on, which is very nice. The hair sculpt is pretty good. I'm quite a fan of that. It's, you know, it's a bit dynamic, but not as dynamic as it could be. And in my opinion, that's actually a good thing. I prefer a bit more of a static look, because even in an action pose, I'd rather the hair be a bit more neutral. But then at the face, you do have some pretty nice detailing. I love the green on the eyes. It's a different green to the body, which I think works so well. All the little markings of the, like, energy almost coming on off her face looks very good, and genuinely, I think this is a really nice looking figure. Going over articulation, we have a hinge going up into a ball in the head, allows for down, pretty good, pretty much burying the chin, getting pretty close in a way, and then like one click up, which isn't great, especially because you do want to get her in some more, you know, dynamic going forward poses sort of thing through the air. But I don't hate that, but yeah. You do also get a little bit of tilt, though not much. It's still a lot more than you get with some Marvel Legends. Then at the torso, you have crunch forward. Crunch back is actually pretty good, actually. Obviously, that allows for a bit of hula hoop action. Nothing at the waist, unfortunately. You have out on the arm. Swivel all the way around. You have single elbow, goes a decent way past 90. Pretty good. Then at the wrist, you have side to side for, unfortunately, what is a weapon holding hand. And sure, it's just a loose grip, so I can understand why it isn't molded as up and down, but yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. I prefer to have up and down on my weapon holding hands, so a bit of a downgrade to what I'd expect from something like this, but still pretty good. Out of the legs, we have swivel at the thigh. Double knee goes pretty much all the way. It blocks a little bit by the thigh sculpt, but overall pretty good. And then at the boot, there's no boot cut, but you do have forward-facing pin for rocker, forward, and back is very nice. I actually really like when figures can do that, because more and more I'm, you know, posing them in the air, and being able to do that with the feet for a flying pose is very appreciated. But yeah, generally for standing, I haven't had too many issues. She does tend to be a little bit awkward because of her detents being in weird places in the feet, but as you can see, no stress there. I could actually just stand up straight away, so pretty good. For accessories, Blink comes with two of these little energy daggers, which just fit into the hand pretty easily. You have the ability to hold them in both hands, which is always a nice little thing when both weapons can be held or attached to the character in some way. And then you also get, for her other ability, a portal effect, I suppose. Now, I wish this was translucent. I'll be completely honest, it being solid pink isn't really how I think of it. And also, it is slightly hollowed on the back, though that does allow for pretty good hanging. just getting like a pin or something, you can pretty easily hang that up. And, you know, it's big enough to fit, you know, I'm not going to do it with Blink while she's in that pose, but you can fit a figure pretty easily through it. Obviously, that's just a Mystique, but yeah, it's not the biggest thing. I wish it was slightly larger, just so you could fit a character like Beast through it, potentially. Or, you know, even Colossus, which we're getting in the next AOA wave, which I think, as of this going up, is already out. I think it's out now, actually, as of recording it. But, yeah, it's a shame it's the size it is. But, you know, I'm fine with it overall. It's a real nice thing. They didn't have to include something like this. This is very much a diorama piece, which Hasbro never does, and I've rambled way too much about this, but yeah, it's a very nice little add-on, and very happy about it. For Build-A-Figure accessories, you get the Caliban leg. It's a leg. I'm probably going to use it in some sort of kit bashing project or something. I don't care about Caliban. Caliban isn't a character I like, so, you know, having his leg, it's just more fuel for making weird creatures out of random parts, but yeah, if that's what you care about, there's a Build-A-Figure leg. And for comparisons, we have the Age of Apocalypse Sugar Man Wave Cyclops, which, taller, like it. It's a pretty standard body type, so you can compare it pretty easily with other legends. And then we also have the 20th anniversary X-Men movie Wave Mystique? I always mess up the name on this one, so yeah, once again, the heights are about the same, which I don't know whether that's technically correct or not, but with this being a comic book character and this being a movie character, comics do usually, you know, lean a little bit taller, so yeah, I'm fine with this, and this is the Mystique that I use on the shelf anyway, so it's going to have to do, but yeah, overall works. And then we also have the Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper and the Jazzwares Fortnite Legendary Series Fish Stick. It works for me. A little short for a Stormtrooper, as I usually say, but yeah, overall works. And on that note, that is going to be it for this review. I really do like this figure. I especially like the accessories. I think they do work real well. The biggest downside to me is that her, you know, weapon-wielding hands are side-to-side hinge. That's a huge issue that I wish that Hasbro would just, you know, start giving us the hinge that actually makes sense, but at the end of the day, it's not the biggest deal in the world, and I can always just repaint some hands that I have already, which I have a massive tub of hands for Marvel Legends, so it doesn't matter all too much. I really like the accessories, as I say, and yeah, that's really it. So thanks for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. I get a new review out every Tuesday and Friday, and if you subscribe, you'll never miss them when I upload them. But otherwise, it's going to be it from me, and yeah. Bye!